All right, real quick, y'all. I had to say why I was hot. So, the Most High Himself just showed me something, right? So I'm watching, this stuff that's been going on. Right? I don't know what it's when God said we be hated by every nation, right? Black Americans, okay? At least for this conversation, when God said we be hated by every nation, right? That man, it rings true, obviously, right? Everybody just didn't decide to, gang up, right? Out of nowhere, and Black Americans this and Black Americans is lazy, and Black Americans don't have culture, and Black Americans this, Black Americans that. And I'm like, first of all, who's saying this? Who's saying any of that? You know what I'm saying? Right? Black Americans are jealous of Somalians. Black Americans are having problems with African people. I've never heard that in my life. Honest to God. Honest to the Most High God. I've never heard that in my whole life from any Black American. One, two, three on the timer. Any Black American. I've never heard that in my 38 years. Never. And then the arguments don't have receipts. You know, it's like it's something deeper rooted. Okay, it's something way deeper rooted. Okay, and also inherited. Something deeper rooted and inherited from an other people. Okay, okay, and other people. That likes to spread like a virus and take over everything in its wake. So after I see that, right, I give my little 2 cents, of course, because I got things to say. You know, I got things to say, and every part of the earth, from one corner to the next, okay, we are woven into the fabric of the earth, the world. I don't know how somebody can say something so ignorant as Black Americans don't have culture. Jazz, blues, house music, rock and roll, hip hop. I mean, could go forever on that. The music aspect. Hair, Madam C.J. Walker. You got techno technological advancements. You got medicine, medical advancements, medical breakthroughs. 333 on the timer. You know, I believe the doorknob. Okay, like everything that everyone uses at the four corners of the earth. Okay, 345. I just saw the timer. Like, I don't know where people get this from. I just really don't. I really don't. And then, you know, they're saying this while they're in the country that Black Americans live in. Like, what the hell's going on here? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell's going on, bruh? What's going on? Like, what is this? What is this? What is this? Okay, like what? Like where are you guys hearing this? I don't understand. Doesn't compute. Uh, but yeah. So as I started to say, right, you got to interrupt a little bit in the middle, but what I was getting to is now I'm starting to see, the same nations, right? 'Cause I said it'll be every nation. You'll be hated of every nation, right? At a time where it'll be nation against nation, right? Now I'm seeing everybody being made to apologize, okay? And I mean all around the world. World leaders, are being made to acknowledge, okay, who we are. Okay, that is not by mistake. God is doing that on purpose. God, the Most High literally just pointed it out to me. Like, do you see? It's time. Do you see? I'm like, I see. I'm like, well, I said it a little bit more exciting than that, right? Because it dawned on me. I'm like, oh. He's like, yes. Okay, everyone who wronged you and it's all the way back. It's all the way back. Okay, at least the 400 years before the exile started, all the way back there. He said he's making things right from all the way back. So, you know, being stolen from, raped, pillaging, chattel slavery, separation of families, you know, the Africans that were complicit. Okay, nobody ever talks about that. Those of our African brothers and sisters that were complicit back at that time, 400 some odd years ago. Okay, and giving us over. Okay, all the other places we were enslaved around the globe. It's almost as if people that are saying these things, it's almost as if they're envious of, or dare I say jealous of the fact that they did not get picked up and taken across the ocean, which is silly, right? But I mean, it would make sense. Honestly, it would make sense, right? If we're talking about pinpointing some things, yes, it make perfect sense. 717 on time. But I just, anyway, the Most High is making people apologize, okay? He's making nations apologize, okay? He's making nations acknowledge what they have been refusing to acknowledge, okay? He's making them. Conviction. I don't want to say making, like forcing their hand. No, conviction, okay? They're being told, literally being told, okay, to recant or to, speak the truth. That's what's been told. Speak up, speak the truth. Set it right. Because it's time, and he said so. And those who refuse, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Anyway. I love people, I love my people. Love my people greatly, right? But I love everybody, you know what I'm saying? But I got a special kind of love for my people, I'm the type to be watching the TV, a movie, and I'll see some of my, favorite people that look like me and be proud. I'll be screaming at the TV, top of my lungs. Proud. Right? I'm proud when I see somebody that looks like me, chase and reach their dreams. You know what I'm saying? Make a positive impact on the rest of us. Not just secluded to us, but, the world. But when I'm speaking about us, I'm talking about the systemic oppression, right? I'm talking about we know what I'm talking about, okay? I shouldn't have to over-explain it, okay? This ain't to make nobody feel left out, but we're talking about a specific subject, okay? 911 on timer, all right? That is important now. Now, right? But, yeah, I just wanted to, say that, pay attention, because people they have to speak the truth, okay? Acknowledgement has to be had now on the world stage of who we are, okay? What's been done to us over the time it's been done, right? And the fact that and not as victims, right? Not as victims, okay? Because our ancestors did it moving. They always did it moving. They kept, and that's slang term, right? Meaning pedal, to the floor, right? They always did it moving. continuously against all the oppression, against all the, separating families, against all the RAPEING, okay, the just horrible things, you know, using our black babies to hunt alligators. Like what? Goodness gracious. Talking about we ain't got the boy. Anyway, I love y'all, beloved. Okay. I just had to drop that. Y'all know me. Y'all know me. Okay. Uh, you know. So I'll holler at y'all later. All right. I gotta get back in the bed. I just came to bring something to the kitchen real quick. So I'll holler. I love y'all. All right. Be safe. Stay prayed up.